Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are going to react to the whole Tiger situation. All I know is that he is a VTuber and he was deplatformed on every social media platform. The whole thing, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere. But wrongfully, that is all I know. He was also harassed. Also, I think by Marina VT, but I don't think that will be part of the video, because that is fairly new and the video is a little older, I guess? Yeah, let's just get into it.
We're talking about it again. By it, I mean to address the elephant in the room, femboys. You know, maybe we talk about femboys a bit.
I'm gonna say something. You do you. I don't care. I do find it weird and I don't understand it, but you do you.
Too much on this channel, but I guarantee some of you watching those femboy videos have a glisten in your eye because you're so in love with them. You sicko. But there's nothing wrong with liking a person with feminine qualities and all the attributes of a girl, just with a side salad of cock and balls. Not my cup of tea, but you do you. I'll judge you from afar.
Like I said,
today we're going to be talking about one femboy in particular who recently got banned off YouTube, had thousands donated to them, acquired a stalker that followed them all the way to their hometown, had a plethora of allegations rallied up against them, so much so they ended up on their favourite YouTuber's radar for a matter of seconds, only to be met with somewhat distaste, as said allegations seem to skewer their favourite YouTuber's opinion on them, albeit for a few seconds of knowing who they are. And it gets even worse when you know their favourite YouTuber was moist critical, or Charlie. And today we're going to be talking about the Femboy VTuber.
I love
Bungo
perfectly
Tiger.
cut streams.
How fucking degenerate do you have to be to, like, unironically, like, to a femdog VTuber on Twitch? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be pretty, like...
Someone you may know from the clips shared online, from their streams on platforms such as YouTube.
Honestly, if somebody didn't tell me this was a guy, the voice by now would have fooled me.
As there are quite a lot of them. Many somewhat phallic in nature.
And I did see some clips of, like, his content. I do not like it. I find it weird. It's degenerate. But at the same time, there was no necessity to deplatform him. I also think Shillelagh Clips got deplatformed. Or, like, banned on YouTube.
But that's just the internet at this point, and most online femboys.
I don't watch Shillelagh either.
I wanna be a dog.
What the fuck?
Because I do make good dog noises.
Kurt Cobain POV.
True.
Because there is an incentive to this behavior. Although some of them
Lean It got also nuked off YouTube.
You can't say it doesn't generate a lot
Deserved
of money.
though. That one was
if you
deserved.
hold any malice towards them for this, probably hate more on the horn dogs in the chat giving them money. Hate the game, not the alt pink femboy playing it. But just to be discriminatory, all femboy VTubers basically are the same, except their differing avatar and tone of voice.
I smell it. Boy smell. I smell a boy. What is a boy thing here? Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
I'm sorry, someone had to say it. But
fuck it, ban them all.
anyway, instead of me being an encyclopedia on femboys, Bungo Tiger. They get somewhat of a poor reputation, not all of it valid, and most of it tangled in misinformation. However, the biggest question, if you don't know who they are, is who is Bungo Tiger? Well, Bungo Tiger started streaming back on the 27th of April 2020, the peak of the coronavirus lockdown, where many of us were stuck inside, left to confront our internal demons, or just play numerous games of Valorant, CSGO, and maybe VR chat, to fill the void that was human communication
that was big
and
during
contact.
Corona.
Or do some soul searching and discover you like wearing thigh highs because they're warm and totally not because you like feminine things. They're just programming socks, guys, which is the first phase of being a femboy. However, Tiger garnered attention through their explicit and borderline NSFW personality. This attention made them known to YouTube clippers, who are the bottom feeders of YouTube. That is a compliment, don't worry. Who most of the time clip anything remotely entertaining and then upload it to YouTube.
Nice. Do it, clap.
Who within the ecosystem of said platforms like YouTube actually significantly benefit creators whilst also benefiting themselves, which basically is a form of mutualism. Tiger was mainly targeted by the femboy clippers. Yes, they exist. Just like Linux, there are many flavors of clippers, And if you remotely understood that reference, you're definitely a femboy. But Tiger didn't
I
entirely
did not
benefit
understand
from this
that
interaction,
reference.
as they were never significantly credited, leading them to start their own YouTube channel and clip their own streams. A YouTube channel which recently was removed off of YouTube.
Am I the only one who thinks it is weird to clip yourself? Maybe I should start doing that.
Due to sexually explicit content.
Does it actually
and
do
possibly
anything?
People mass reporting them. Because somewhat due to their explicit content, they also acquired a lot of stalkers. Stalkers which had a big hand in the downfall of their reputation. But they were a
isn't
big
this a
financial
general
benefit,
thing for,
as
like,
one of them was supposedly a millionaire,
VTubers?
donating
A millionaire?
250k.
Life.
Hey, does anybody want to send me 250,000 euros? That'd be nice.
Is my creation, is my best friend.
$60,000 tipped. That is insane.
Good stream, everybody. Had a lot of fun.
Now, I don't care
Understandable.
how masculine you are, you're probably not anyway. A twig probably has more testosterone than you do, but 250k is 250k. If I knew I was about to get that money, the thigh highs would go on almost immediately. Don't lie to me, you'd do the same. But
Nah,
even with the financial
good.
support, this would become a problem for
I'm comfortable
Tiger,
being a
because
man.
this person had a heavy attraction to Tiger, to say the least. And admirably, even with the
Very
prospect
heavy.
of money, Tiger shut down all of their advances. But before doing that, did hold a line of communication with them for a while. But this eventually fell apart when Tiger was obviously not interested in their sexual advances towards them. And this million
And now he's trying to now this guy's trying to deplatform multiple people for not being able to get a go with another dude. Many such cases.
was not happy about that, going all the way to their hometown in Canada and filing police reports against them, along with a bunch of homophobia and transphobia. This lasted for around 6 months and was absolute hell for them. But fortunately, when that cleared up, Tiger just couldn't get a break.
Controversy.
My dick is fat.
Previous mods of their Twitch stream and Discord
What the
created a document
Okay.
basically saying they were abusive, very much into shota and lollies, which are like children in anime, and blatant transphobia and homophobia. And let's
Which
not
is
forget
weird.
grooming.
That'd be
It just
weird.
feels like every crime a YouTuber can commit is always grooming. Like, do something cool, like
The
tax
Diddy
evasion.
Force.
Like, come on. These accusations would be posted online and would reach the ears of a popular YouTuber called Nook.
Did I just read that correctly? Did he just say he would, wanted to get touched as a child? Yep, that is
Haku,
one
a
unhinged
fellow
VTuber.
who was
Another
on a
one.
podcast with Moist Critical, was not informed on the whole situation, but yet still made an offhand comment.
Left to teetering money.
Is
at
this HoloLive?
No, Tyga is an indie streamer who, I don't know the whole story, but Tyga was outed to be a pedophile.
Oh.
Now he prefaces it by saying, I don't know the whole story, but he still says it anyway. He doesn't even add allegedly anywhere. Basically, admitting you don't know the full context, yet still making the comment is the equivalent.
Isn't Nuxtaku the guy that essentially had, like, was liking lolly content, but then, decided to change all his, like, thumbnails on his YouTube videos that had this kind of content? That's interesting.
of being blindfolded and throwing dog feces at people. And Nux himself hasn't had the best reputation
would do that.
when it comes to similar events, because quote-unquote he just believes what his friends tell him, and it is a bad habit of his.
Like, I was in a video.
Yeah,
and I
really
was
bad
talking about
habit.
it, and I also alleged that he did that because close friends of mine told me, and I saw, you know, creepy conversations of him talking to kids and or talking about kids and, you know, liking little boys and stuff like that. Who knows if it's a joke, you know? And, like, I alleged it also because a friend told me.
And a tad bit of hypocrisy when it...
And as far as I'm aware, he has not apologized until this day. He has not apologized yet for this which made the whole thing worse.
Comes to the lolly and shooter argument, which feels like it's lasted decades now, longer than Naruto Shippuden, with the argument being liking lollies and shooters means you like kids IRL, even though he has associations with people that endorse or use lollies and shooters, and even has so many thumbnails. Then when making a video
and
about
Project
people
Melody,
talking about the hypocrisy and the thumbnails, went back and changed all the thumbnails, and I'm not getting involved in that shitstorm. I'm just going to let Moist Critical talk about it.
Why is cutie such a big deal when anime has kids being sexualized? Well, first of all, anime is fake. Those like children lolly things, those fucking 900-year-old vampires that look like they're 4 years old, the little cum demons that have existed for 2 millennia, but they look like a 6-year-old, those aren't real people. They are animated fake things.
But Bungo's reputation was on the floor because of the allegations made against them, and Nuxtaku talking about it with Charlie. More negative attention was given to Tiger.
That made the whole thing probably way worse than it already was.
With no context.
I don't know the whole story, but Tiger was outed to be a
I don't know the whole story, but we want to talk about out of context, bro.
I don't know. It's a past thing.
Very much out of context.
Vtuber that was canceled for allegedly doing weird grooming type shit. And
Alleged by you, Nux! You allege that! You said that! No one else did!
And evidently, due to this prompt,
he also
had to open up about their past stalker and trauma, as they had a hand at sullying their reputation. But they were also angry because it was a blatant smear campaign. Because, surprise, surprise, many of the allegations made against them were false. And mainly down to the fact they did not reciprocate the affection shown to them by their ex-mods and past stalker, with one allegedly only wanting to be a mod to get close to Tiger and neglecting their duties.
Isn't that the same dude that fight like, what,
Tiger,
45 fake reports?
A tad bit angry. So they compiled a list of allegations with out-of-context screenshots of DMs, which to this day, that document is no longer available on the internet. One can only wonder why. But Tiger's reputation
because you could
was
disprove everything,
with most people
prove everything false.
They were a
That's what it was looking for.
And a pedophile. Until a guardian agent came from the clouds of heaven, gave their career a much-needed mercy res, and that was a private investigator who had previous cases with child endangerment and exploitation and wanted to be anonymous. But they produced the document, The Exoneration of Bungo Tiger. They found that one of the people providing the evidence, which was the Discord mod Gilk, was very much infatuated with Tiger, and when they started to neglect their mod duties in favour of caressing their meat to a femboy in the form of a tiger, they were dropped as a mod, and due to this decision and their limited contact with Tiger now, would start bad-mouthing Tiger any way they could in general chats, to the point where they were removed from Tiger's Discord, after claiming Tiger
and now was going after
whore.
Like
the document would also
Lily,
it was
it
group
Scooch-on,
effort of
I think?
people, the aforementioned Discord mod,
obviously
the
Tiger,
Discord mod, and the millionaire
Lily clips,
all of which grew an attraction to Tiger.
Now is it Gilgo or is it the millionaire? That's the important question here.
The grooming allegations. Much of the
like
evidence
on Twitter,
provided was
who
taken
already got suspended.
Were jokes, with one being a reference from Sunny in Philadelphia.
But he probably has like multiple accounts.
I was energetic, I was fun.
And another one being when they were 19 years old and very mentally immature. And from the screenshot and not knowing the previous context, it's very hard to know it is a joke. With the transphobia and herbophobia, many of the logs were edited. But Tiger has previously publicly spoken about how open their communities to trans people, and others are part of the LGBTQ. So basically nothing but support for trans people and those part of the LGBTQ. And then there were the claims of toxic behaviour by Tiger, especially towards the mods. And it just boils down to they weren't doing their job, so they got removed, made a document and cherry-picked evidence from DM.
Boys, is it toxic to tell your, essentially, employee to work more, to work better? Who knows?
That look damning, just to get back at Tiger. However, the only
absolute
true thing about the
behavior
were the shooter commissions. Once again, a shooter is a child in anime, more specifically a boy. Tiger's OC is also classified as a shooter, with the ever so comedic line of, "They're over 1,000 years old." I've heard this so many times.
Understandable.
7.62 in my head. But the commissions were of the OC and supposedly safe for work. It's up to you to come to what conclusion you want about that. I personally could not give a fuck. As long as it isn't on the level of Boku no Pico, and we don't get another 3 episodes of Boku no Pico, everything is right with the
Thankfully,
world. But despite having their name
I do not know
their
what that is.
reputation was still in the toilet. Even to this day, people blindly believe their grooming allegations are very much true, due to how fast it spread, and little to no public knowledge on the actual truth. However,
Getting
it was only
Noxtaku
gonna
has
get
not
worse for Tiger. Not only is their $1 million stalker still persistent,
said anything about
despite
this.
a court order to stay away from them, something which they tried to sue Tiger over, but YouTube would take a swing as well, in the worst way possible. Now, Tiger reached over 100,000 subscribers, meaning they would get their silver play button, something they commemorated on their Twitter. Yes, this is the picture they uploaded.
Yes,
If
this is
you're
a
popping
dude.
tent right now, I would recommend removing the foundations because there's a 12-gauge shotgun between those legs. Now, these play buttons take a while to come, let alone becoming eligible to get one. But as soon as they received it, probably being very happy at this
He
event,
got banned.
proving everyone wrong, and withstanding the trifles and allegations made against them, and also proving Femboy power is a thing, they were removed off of YouTube. Their account
YouTube
Tigerholic
swung
with
the
over
bat.
100,000 subscribers
The
was
banishing
gone.
bat.
So essentially, they just give candy to a baby, only to essentially football kick it the length of a stadium. And they would keep dangling the keys of their channel in front of them, bringing it back, and then removing it again. Now, their channel was removed initially for going against the sex and nudity policy, which in my own opinion, they do make a lot of risque videos.
Yeah, I understand.
Kind of just hinting towards it. Now, YouTube moderation is sure. Their removing of channels and videos is almost never consistent. There are multiple
Sometimes
channels
it is,
that make
though.
the same content as
Sometimes
Tiger,
it is.
still instated on the platform, and most of the times monetized as well. So it actually baffles me why
Like,
they wouldn't do
Lineage
such
getting
things as
nuked off the
age-restricting
platform was
videos.
understandable.
However, it wasn't entirely their own doing. Their stalker was involved once again, with them actually gloating that they got their
Yeah,
channel
that is
removed,
vintage boss.
and them
Yeah,
admitting
but
they did spam
he's gone.
report their
He got
channel.
nuked.
So they aren't necessarily free of the
But
stalker.
he probably
and
has
the
multiple
channel is
accounts,
very
so
far from being
he's gonna
reinstated.
continue.
However, their reputation is also far from being perfect as well. Even though Nuxtaku apologized and apologized privately to them, even potentially promising to do a video
How
with
about
Moist
a
Critical
he
to
did
clear
not
up the
he
mess.
did not do a
However,
video
no
yet.
video was ever made.
He did not do a video. A private apology is useless because when something is said publicly, you have to also do an apology publicly.
A
private apology is not gonna do it. Shit.
I don't know this guy Bungo Tiger, and I apologized to him privately that.
Let me be clear. Let me check exactly what he said. If I do a sequel with Charlie, I was planning on it. I'll try to clear the record more publicly. I'll also do more research. Again, I don't know right now. However, I'll try to rectify any extra damage I caused and hope you can accept my apology. This was in December 22nd, 2022. 2022. He said he was going to make a sequel video with Moist Critical.
That does
Video
not
never came.
sound.
Now,
Yeah,
I
understandable.
have to whack
It never
my
came. Yeah.
flaccid floppy dick on the table and tell you the truth. No, I'm not going to say I was on Epstein Island. No, I haven't been putting on an act this whole time. Yes, I am British. Yes, I do have a speech impediment in the form of an accent. But no, this...
I would leave the country. Britain is a hellhole. I'd leave that
video was
country.
going to be very different. As you can see, the title is the Degenerate Vtuber Femboy, or something like that. Because I initially believed the allegations until I did some digging. But it turns out they were actually just a victim of a smear campaign. Oh, but don't worry, the title's still going to be the same, because being called a degenerate in this day and age is a compliment. Especially if you make this type of content.
Hags, can you
Not
give
in
us
my
some more
opinion.
kisses? Sure. Mwah.
But yeah,
What the
before you make
fuck?
an assumption about somebody, just make sure you do your research. And if there are any femboys watching this in their thigh highs, I have one question for you. Why is it a spot to stack donuts on your dick? But anyway, bye-bye.
Stick what on your what? Yeah, that's the whole story of Tiger. So essentially, yeah, I didn't know all of that. That a millionaire essentially was stalking him, even drove to Canada, to his home place. There's some other stuff as well. I think, like I said in the beginning, Marina VT also harassed him, which I am blocked, by the way, because I called her a spineless coward. She did not like that one bit. Probably have the screenshot right here. Yeah, it's a real mess. And that whole thing could be easily cleared up if bigger content creators who spread all those lies would make a video about it, which they won't. Generally, I just hope that... I don't like his content, I think it's degenerate, I think it's weird. Nevertheless, he should be fully reinstated everywhere, obviously. That makes sense. But yeah, that's the full story of Tiger. There's probably even more, like, a lot more out there, but there is not, like, a big, like, comprehensive video. I hope that someone makes, like, a really big, like, comprehensive video in the future where, like, all the details, like, even everything that came out after this video is gonna be released. I hope that's gonna happen. We don't know yet. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.